everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am SaintInix. We're going to do another Army Men Strike video. This is going to be some tips, some things that I've picked up or have, gleaned from my core mates, the things that we've all learned in the last few weeks playing this game. Some stuff that might give you that edge or help you get by or beat that dude that keeps hitting your base. So I'm going to jump right into it. Don't want to waste anybody's time, make this too long. The first thing I want to touch on, I've already talked about in the first video, was Commando Speed, the marching speed of your units. And if you go into your training buildings, if you look at marching speed for all your commando units, it is a 6-star. It is maximum. They are fast. The next fastest is your vehicles, which is weird. They're only 3 stars, as well as your special forces, only 3 stars. And then the artillery, 2.5. That is the bulk of your marching time, are your artillery. And just to show you guys an example of how this works, I'm just going to pick this block right here. I'm going to occupy this plastic block, and you see it's going to take me 31 seconds to get there with no artillery, right? That's just a 3-star marching speed, because all I've got are 6-star, 3-star, 3-star, right? If I add my 2.5 stars, it jumps by 10 seconds, okay? But if I take those back out, and then I remove the machine gunners and the vehicles, it drops to 17 seconds. Not quite half, but like 60% of the time it takes. So, I mean, you can turn a 20-minute, round-trip march to attack someone into 12 minutes, which is really, really helpful, especially if it's during this the silver event, or, somebody's been gunning for you, and you know that they're going to pour on top of you as soon as they see you attack somebody. Okay, next thing. Actually, hold on, one more thing about that is the EM boss, the EM Knight. When you're attacking the energy devices around him, the buffs that he has around him, always send your commandos. Just chop your commandos into manageable chunks, whether you've got 1, 2, or 3 marches, however many marches you got. Cut your commandos into, those kind of chunks and send them all out at the same time. They'll get there and get back faster. It doesn't matter how much damage you do to these things, as long as you do damage to them, it counts. I wouldn't send like 1 guy, but as long as you send a couple thousand, you're good. It'll do the damage. It'll take the point off. Okay, next thing is artillery. Artillery are the only troops that can suppress fortifications, and as you can see in here, turret level 1 suppresses vehicles, suppressed by artillery, suppressed by artillery, all of them, every single one. That's the only thing that can suppress traps and fortifications, is artillery. So whenever you attack another player, for the first couple of times, you've already scouted them, you know that they got a lot of troops, you know they got a lot of fortifications, weigh out your army real heavy with artillery. Throw a lot of artillery at them the first couple of hits, even though it takes longer to march, and then after you clean out their troops and their fortifications, then just drop back down and just send your commandos, because they'll get there and back faster, and you can attack them way more, get more silver faster, get more resources faster. It's the best way to do it. Just trust me on this, guys. I mean, you don't even have to trust me. Test it out. It works. It's what everybody else is, what all the good players do. And that's what this video is about, letting you guys know. Something else I want to tell you that I just did right here is that you can tap, hold, and drag to harvest your resources in your base. You don't have to tap on each individual building. You can just tap on the little bubble, hold your finger there for a second after it harvests it, and then just start swiping your finger around the screen, and it'll hit everything and gather them all. Next thing, executions. Your officers cannot be executed by anyone who isn't at least HQ 18. That's what it says in the guide. Thanks to Board Neil for pointing that out to me. Appreciate that, buddy. And in the event that they are HQ 18 or higher, and they can kill your not heroes, officers, go to the store, go down to other, and all the way to the bottom, you're looking for super glue. This is used to reincarnate executed officers, and they retain their previous level and star level. So for only 30 gold, you can revive an officer, no matter what level he is, and not lose anything from him. It's awesome. You should have a few of these in your inventory. You should be holding a couple of these just in case. The glue is only 5 gold, but it's not worth it. It's only 80% experience, and they lose a star. Like a whole star. That's no joke, man. That's pretty serious, especially when they're 3 and 4 star guys. Those stars are not easy to get back, and especially if they lose all that experience, you got to level them up again to get back to max before you can restar them. It's just go with the super glue. Best bet. Okay, one more thing from Board Neil is that you can withdraw and swap out your buildings without destroying them, without losing any progress on them or levels, upgrades, or anything like that. You go to details, you hit withdraw, it'll ask you if you want to lose its building, the effect, and the corresponding power. If you hit continue, it'll take a different amount of time based on the level of the building. It goes up as the building gets higher level, but it starts at a couple of minutes. I think around level 15, 16, it's like 6, 7 minutes. So it does work with versatile speed ups, so you can speed it up with that. But when you place a new building where it was, when you put a new building in its place, it allows you to either create a new one or use your owned buildings that you've already withdrawn. So you can I could move this paint bottle, and I know I have a bunch of mold factories that I upgraded that I got rid of because I didn't need them because I never trained that many troops at once. So I know I could just swap this out, and I could bring a mold factory in to bump my troop training maximum if I needed to for half an hour or an hour or whatever, and then I could just pop it back out and back and forth. So you could technically upgrade every one of your buildings to max level and have as many of them as you can have, and then just swap out which ones you need when you need them. It does take, like I said, it does take a few minutes to pull them out. Once you put a new building back in, it's super quick. It's like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So that's very, very handy, especially if you get into a bind. Your soldiers get attacked. You need more plastic for a few hours to heal them. It's really, really cool. So look into that. You know, if it works for you, great. Next thing, shout out to Flank for this one. Appreciate it, Flank. Hospitals. It reminded me about the hospitals. Okay, when I first started playing this game, about 3-4 days in, I got my legs chopped out by a dude, and I lost 23,000 troops. Dead. Fucking dead. So, from that point on, I made sure I have a bed for every single soldier. I only have 96,000 troops, and I have over 100,000 beds, and I keep up on that. I never have more soldiers than beds, ever. Because if you do, the moment they get in a fight, those soldiers are dead. You will lose the time, you will lose the resources, they are gone. You can't get them back. And it sucks. It seriously, it makes you want to throw the towel in sometimes when you lose a lot of soldiers like that. So don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be me. Make sure you have a hospital bed for every single one of your troops. Another thing brought to my attention by Flank was the command structure. Inside your departments, right in front of your HQ, you've got your assign. You can assign to different, logistics, defense, technology, military, blah, blah, blah. But you also have a command structure that allows you to get bonuses and boosts based on the star rating of the officers. It also gives you special extra boosts, specific ones if you put certain officers in those spots. Like this one requires the gold gathering speed bonus, requires Tina and Hanzo. But I don't have Hanzo. And Tina's not 3-star anyway, so I wouldn't get my paint or my plastic income bonus. But this bonus goes off of, first of all, the level of the command structure, as well as the average level of the officers you put into it. So if I change this lady out for a level 10, it drops by quite a bit, 5%. But if I swap her back in, it's back up to 102%. Doubles my plastic income, which is really, really nice. There's all kinds of other bonuses, but you need the corresponding star levels. I need to get one of these guys up to 3 stars before I'll get the paint income bonus. And I would need to put higher level people in here and upgrade this to level 5 to get the best paint bonus that I can get. But speaking of merit and the command and stuff like that, these are called feat points. This little green metal that you're looking at that my cursor is next to, they're called feat points, and you gain them by attacking other players and killing or wounding their troops and fortifications. You'll see the little you'll see that little green icon right underneath like how much power you lose on your battle mails, right next to your picture. On your side of it, you'll see a little green, that little green icon, and then you'll see a little green number. You know, it'll say 28 or 1300 or however much you earn during that attack. And those feat points can be used to upgrade these command structures. As you can see, I've already maxed out Commissary and nearly maxed out Engineer, because those are the first ones I'm probably going to be able to get bonuses for. But, I mean, it continues all the way down to Auditor at level 30, which is resource help quantity, electricity, building cost decrease, research cost decrease. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good stuff. In Strategist, you know, what is it? Technician? Nope. It's, yep, an Engineer with 16 stars. And these people, you can get +1 to your marching queue, which is really, really big. If you add that to the VIP one, the 2 you get in technology, I mean, that's like 5. You can get 5 marching queues. That's pretty wicked. Okay. They also, you get a power bonus for who you slot into these places. Like, say I take this guy out, right? I take this guy out and I swap him with this guy. I just lost 3,600 power by swapping in a lower level guy. Just got it back. So they do give you a power bonus, a power boost by slotting people in here. Even if you don't get the bonus, even if you don't have enough stars to get your boost, your buff, put them in there. The power will help. It'll help you get higher on the ranking lists. It might discourage somebody from attacking you. Yeah, it's big. Alright, one more thing from Flank was spray paint. If you're out there spending money, you're getting packs, you're buying packs and stuff, then you're going to end up getting some spray paint, which is used to strengthen your troops once you get to HQ level 16. Now, each troop has 3 different, you know, things they can level up. One of which covers upkeep and hit points. One of them is attack and troop load, and one of them is defense and marching speed. So as you level these up, you get small bonuses, and the bonuses start really small, 1% each up until 10, and then past rank 10 they start gaining momentum until you get to rank 30, and it's like a 90% bonus to the main, whether it's defense, attack, you know, to the main thing, and then 30% bonus to the secondary. Now, like I said, it costs 3,000 paint to upgrade an individual troop type with an individual bonus. So getting the assault rifle from level 0 to level 1 cost me 3,000 for this one troop. Same with that guy's gun, whatever that's called, and the gun barrel on the artillery. I wasn't able to afford the gun on the vehicles because I only had 10,000 paint, spray paint. So that's how it works. Once you get to a certain level, you can get these extra abilities, and they're really quite nice, but it takes a lot to get there. You need to get everything to level 17. And level 17 is quite expensive when you're talking about all 3 to level 17. So it takes a lot of spending money. I doubt many people have a lot of that done. Well, it's not in our battlefield. So, another thing is the recycling center for unwanted officers. If you don't particularly like an officer, or his bonus just doesn't work for you, or whatnot, whatever, you can put them in here, and it'll give you an idea. It'll tell you a range of what you'll get. And these are merit medals that allow you to add merit points to your officers for the ranking up. And these are, of course, the training dummies for your experience to get higher levels. And just depending on how many people you put in there and what their levels are, or what you'll get. You know, it doesn't look like rank makes any difference, because I got 5 to 30 on the first guy who's rank 1 and 5 to 30 more on the second who's rank 2, so it doesn't seem like that's a big deal. I think it's mostly about their level and their star level, but I haven't used it myself. I can't tell you how good it works or whether it's worth it or not. One more thing from Flank, appreciate it, buddy, is the officer promotion supplies. Now, when you finally get an officer to level 10, if they're 1 star and you get them to level 10, which opens up the ability to promote them to 2 star, or level 25 when you can promote them to 3-star, or level 40 when you can promote them to 4-star. You require these supply crates of different varying types and rarities. Each one of the basic ordinary supply is 1/50th of a purple, so it takes 50 basic to make one purple ordinary supply. Everything else is in 4s, so it takes 4 gray ones to make a green one, 4 green ones to make a blue one, 4 blue ones to make a purple one. I mean, you see how it goes. It would take you 16 gray exploration supplies to make one of these, because it'll take you 4 of those, which will take 4 each of those. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same for all of them, all the way up to the red. It's all 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, all the way up the board. So, and then it'll tell you in these little yellow numbers, and these little yellow bubbles with the numbers in them, how many you can upgrade. And I believe it stops at 99. Yeah, it pretty much stops at 99, so at that point you can't tell. But it'll tell you how many you can upgrade to the next level. Those are very necessary as you get higher level people. They require more of these supplies to rank up, to add stars, so it's definitely something you need to look into, and if you got to shuffle a few around, it's worth it. Alright, one more thing I'd like to touch on is the evil toys for spare parts. This thing has been added. The model work table has been added in one of the last couple patches, and literally in the last 2 weeks. And what you can do is you can use these parts that you can gather and get from evil toys and from the chests that they drop, and you can create socketable items for your Air Force, for your jet and your Air Force, that allow you to change your bonuses, as opposed to having your standard Air Force bonuses, which are like gathering speed, troop load, and troop attack, defense, and hit points. You can swap them in for other stuff. You can swap in a paint bonus, a special forces attack bonus, a training speed bonus, all kinds of troop load, special forces defense, artillery defense, marching speed increase, commando hit points. They're pretty much any bonus you could get is available. You just have to find the pieces to make the right thing. Like, look, I could make a guided missile right now that would increase my troop defense and resistance to fortifications. I have the stuff to make a basic gray one, but I don't have a level 13 model work table. Same with the military tracking system. I have commando attack and vehicle defense. I have the parts to make it, but I can't make it yet because my work table is not high enough level. I believe you get the work table at HQ 12 along with the Air Force. I could be wrong. I could be off by a level. I cannot remember exactly because I was already past the level it required when it was released. So I was able to immediately level it up a few times, and I just can't remember what level it needed to be at. But it goes along with your HQ. If I try to I can't upgrade it anymore, because to get to level 6 I need HQ level 17. So I think it's around 11, 12 that you get it. It's really, really handy. It's nice to be able to have that ability, especially if you like killing toys. I like killing evil toys. Personally, I'm trying to make sure I stay in the top 3 so I can, bragging rights, because that's about the only other thing I'm leading other than helps. And actually, my lead is getting kind of slim there. It's less than 1,000 now. But I believe that's it for this video. If you guys have any ideas, any tips that you've come across, anything that you've learned while playing the game, especially if you're in an older battlefield and you've had more time to play, feel free, please leave a comment, let me know. I'd like to make more videos about this game and share it with everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Remember to hit those guys, get your ladybugs, and get your tan soldiers. Watch for them matchboxes and spray paint lids and the blue Legos. You can get up to 50. I think I've gotten a 50 or maybe even 100 gold off of one of them once. So definitely hit those guys. Every time you come into your base, look, there's another one. I gotta let him get up to the road though, because I can't zoom in on the PC. I got another 5. Okay. Yeah, that's the last thing. The last thing for the tips and tricks is remember to kill the tan soldiers that are trying to infiltrate your base, and remember to look around for ladybugs, because they always drop like resources and stuff. You always use resources. Thanks for watching, everyone. I am SaintInix. This has been Army Men Strike. A few tips and tricks and things that I learned. I want to give a big shout out to Rabbi, Flank, Board Neil, Ranger, Infidel, AF, J-Dubbed, and all the guys over at USA on Battlefield 56. Also, get a hold of me, SaintInix, Battlefield 56. If you're on another battlefield and you're waiting for Deep Battle to open up, I got a target for you, folks. Appreciate the views, appreciate the shares. Remember to hit that like button if you like this video. Hit the dislike button if you didn't, but please leave me a comment down below and tell me why you didn't dislike it, so maybe I can do better next time. Thanks, everyone. I love all of the support. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned for the next one.